Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Monday, January the 7th, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. I want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices closed the day out here. The Dow Jones closed down close to 51 points here, down 50.92. The Nasdaq closed down just about 3.25, down 3.21, and the S&P 500 closed down a little over 4.5 points, closing the session down 4.58. If we take a look at the breadth here, we had 3,605 issues declining, and we had 2,663 issues advancing on the NYSE, NASDAQ, and the AMEX. Taking a look across the board, I mean, in my opinion today, like I was telling my guys in the trading room this morning, I mentioned to everybody, right now the market was looking like a long in the open, so there was definitely some long opportunities to get bought up on the dip when we dipped in the morning. Then we had some selling pressure that came in around, actually let me go ahead and bring this over because I was not able to do a midday market update video today, so I'll go ahead and explain that, then we'll take a look at the daily charts here. So going into today's session, we highlighted the fact to our traders in our trading room, mywallstreettv.com. Password to log in is SMART. SMART is a password. So therefore, we were in this nice little downward channel from the overnight session from Sunday. Going into the open, we were coming down, telling the traders in the room, be careful with getting short the market, because if you take a look at the screen here on the left-hand side, this is a 15-minute chart, by the way. We've pretty much been in this range between 1452 and 1460.20 on the ES for the past. Well, we had an overnight session, day session, overnight session, day session, overnight session. So about 4 sessions here, including today's session, so make that 5. We've been trading this range here. So going into the morning session here on the open, in our pre-market warm-up, which we usually start around, say, 8:45 or so, mentioned the fact that 1452 was going to be a key level to watch. All right. Well, I actually came in kind of late this morning, but I was in the room before the market opened when I mentioned that 1452 was going to be the level to watch. All right. We can see we got a nice little bounce off that little downward channel, key relevant level that matched up with the moving average. It bounces right back up to the top. And then around here, I was telling the guys in the room, look, guys, unless we hold below 1452, all right, you don't want to be pushing too much of your shorts because they could bring us right back up and trap some shorts. Well, take a look what happened, guys. Nice little downward channel. All right, that level got played off of the first time. Then we broke below it. But guess what happened? Then we were at this 1452 level. A nice little bear trap here on the bears, trapping them. That anybody that was short below 1452 got trapped to the short side. Once we broke over 1453.50, those shorts started covering. Hence the volume came in, and then we just took off. And again, there still remains the underlying bid in the market, and equities are acting well. We had Netflix break out today. Amazon had a nice move up today. eBay traded pretty well today after catching some of that Amazon, after catching some Amazon strength on it. And, for the fact that Amazon was trading strong, so people started looking at eBay as well. So there's a lot of different opportunities in different sectors going on in the market right now. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing your homework and doing your research to see where the money flow, what sectors are doing pretty well. All right, so starting off, let's go ahead and take a look now at the SPY daily chart here. SPY daily chart, again, nice consolidation up here. If you take a look at my closing prices script that I have here, you can see that we're pretty much just trading sideways. All right, closing prices are trading sideways, consolidating above this 145 level. All right, just like we mentioned here in the weekend review video, we were expecting some nice sideways consolidation, possibly even some gap fill action down here. But so far, we're holding this nice little high base between this 146.61 and the gap opening low that we made on the second of, let's see here, 144.73 on the SPY, that is. So as long as we can continue to hold this 144.68 and carve out like a nice little base to work off of from this little range, we could have some nice momentum pick up for another leg higher, which I believe is coming in, because the least path of resistance right now from this movement that we had now is back to the top side. Next level to watch as well, again, 146.61, then 147.22, and then 148.15. If we move to the downside a little bit, you want to be watching today's lows around 145.40, and then we can expect to move down towards 145, then possibly back down towards 144.68. But right now, again, nice little sideways consolidation. You take a look at the 60-minute chart here. You can see that nice 145.50 level held pretty well on the SPY today. All right, so let's take a look at the triple Qs. Triple Qs. What are we doing here? Apple was weak a little bit today in the early morning session, but a nice reversal on Apple to catch some little strengths. Taking a look at the triple Qs. Triple Qs still holding that 66.22 level. The Qs were showing some relative weakness today, a little bit on the open, but they were able to get back over the opening price a bit during the morning session. The Russell 2000 was showing some decent relative strength this morning as well. And then the weakest index today was the ES before we got the reversal in the mid-afternoon session. But as far as the Qs go, as long as the Qs can hold above the 66.22 level, or call it 66, that'll be pretty good. But even if we do pull back a little bit down here towards 65.5, that's still all right, as we have a lot of support down here. Gap fill is actually all the way back down at 65.15. Let's take a look at the IWM. The Russell 2000 again has been showing some relative strength the past couple weeks. All right, and you can see Russell 2000 did make new all-time highs, and right now we're holding this nice little base at 86. Moving averages are curving up, and resistance to watch on the IWM is up here around 87.50, call it. All right, what else do we want to take a look at? Let's take a look at gold, GLD. All right, GLD still chopping around here, down here around the 159 level. We hit a low on Friday of 158.85, and today we had a slight little gap down. Today we had a gap down, and we closed right here near Friday's opening price. Let's take a look at the 50-minute chart to see what took place here. 50-minute chart, yeah, basically gap down, sideways action. Let's take a look at the GDX on the 50-minute chart real quick, and this thing's trading sideways as well. Take a look at the GDX. Again, we will continue to hold below that key trend line I've been mentioning to you guys in the videos. GDX, if it breaks below 44.15, look for some more selling in there. Let's take a look at GG. GG down 53 cents today. This one breaks below 35. Look for some selling pressure there. Let's take a look at NEM, Newmont Mining. Another stock to watch in that sector, and this one looks like it wants to go back down as well. If it breaks below 44.80 and holds below that level, look for a move back down towards 44, maybe possibly 43, as they try to carve out this little bottom down here before they try to run it up, possibly off. You can see off this little triple bottom area down here on the 43, where we actually called our entry for our members to get long, or take a look at the gold miners long side back here once we broke above this little momentum. A little short-term momentum trend line right there to play it off the triple bottom down here. All right, so let's take a look at a couple more things here. What did I want to take a look at? Took a look at gold. Want to take a look at silver with you guys. SLV still holding that 29 level there. Not much to talk about unless it starts pulling away from that 29 level to the downside or to the top side. Let's take a look at copper. Commodities were down across the board today, so let's take a look at copper futures. Copper futures sold off a bit and recovered. And now let's talk about some stocks. Oh, before I forget, let's not forget about crude oil. /CL, crude oil futures. All right, still looking pretty healthy as we look for crude oil to possibly try to make a move over 94. If we break over 94, we're going to be looking for crude oil to try to chomp its way through all this resistance that we have from this little consolidation. Nice little bull trap that took place. And now this area is going to be a little resistance zone, resistance band, whatever you like to call it. But if we can hold above 94 and start making our way higher, that would be pretty bullish for crude oil. Make sure you keep an eye on crude oil trend. It's trending pretty strong now from this little move ever since it had a nice little move up out this little above this 87 level back here on December the 17th. Okay. There's a lot of energy stocks that are looking good out there. Some of the ones that I had on watch, APC. Let's see what this one did today. Had a nice little update today, slightly. It gapped down but recovered. Gave you a nice little trading opportunity there if you're watching that stock. NBL is another good one that looks good out there. You have EOG, another name that looks pretty good out there. Let me see, APA. APA doesn't look that good as the other ones. You can see how this one's more or less trading sideways while the other stock charts are going from the lower left part of the screen to the upper right part of the screen. So it's definitely an uptrend, just to keep it in layman's terms, keep it simple. That's what you want to be looking for right now. If you're looking to play a sector that you think could basically making its way back to try to catch up with some of the other performing sectors that have been doing pretty well. That would be the energy sector. Energy sector has been weak for the past couple months, and now if the market starts to continue higher, you're going to have some money start to flow back into these lower price into these energy stocks that have gotten knocked down and they're priced lower right now. All right, you're gonna have people start to put some money in those to get a trade in those to the top side. Um, you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? So in any case, there's some good stuff out there. Let's take a look at Apple, AAPL. Apple was down $3.10 today. Did make a nice recovery off the lows, but take a look at the 5-minute, and you can see this one got gapped down, got knocked down right out the gate. Some buyers came in and bought it off the 5.15, gave you a nice move of 5.30. I mean, this is just a nice little $15 move here, and then traded sideways for the day. Let's continue to watch this thing. I mean, this little move we have right here is a little bit bullish, gap down, recovers, trades sideways, and throughout the session holds this 521 level. So you know this 521 level is going to be very important to watch for the remainder of this week, and specifically more or less tomorrow for sure. All right. Let's take a look at some more of these energy stocks. SLB, see what this sucker did today. SLB was up 20 cents. This one looks pretty good as well. They have earnings next week, Friday, looks like. So keep an eye on SLB. SNDK, didn't get the chance to see what this one was doing, but this one looks like it is trying to slowly make its move up there. You can see there's some sellers coming in there, but if the market continues to get stronger and the semiconductor stocks start to shape back up, keep an eye on SNDK. I like how it's trying to trend higher here. That's about it, guys. I have more stuff in the chat room tomorrow. MyWallStreetTV.com. Password to log in is SMART. If you're interested in trading with our firm, contact me for details at ccooper@wallstreettrading.com. We have the best rates on the streets, and we can provide you with buying power, which is much needed if you do not have the $25K to start a regular equity trading retail account. Even then, you don't want to go retail. Retail sucks. In any case, have a great day, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning live, 8:20 a.m. MyWallStreetTV.com. Password SMART. Cheers.